For someone who says they have struggled with drug use and wrote a show exploring how dark the world of addiction is, why is Rue the only character who's a drug addict? Why are you not telling stories of different characters navigating drug abuse and recovery? 3 out of 6 of the female main characters are adult workers. Kat was a cam girl, Cassie is now an OnlyFans model, and Jules is apparently a sugar baby. If you haven't watched the show, we don't actually get to see Jules, and Maddie is the one that reveals that Jules has a sugar daddy. I wouldn't be surprised if he made Maddie work in a strip club in the coming episodes. And the problem is not the portrayal of sex workers, it's how he tells the stories. Because to me, and I'm sure many others feel like it, he makes these storylines not as an exploration of how the sex industry is exploitive, both physically and mentally, but he turns it into fetish content. Remember in The Idol where he spins Jocelyn's story as she had the power all along. And meanwhile, this girl just lost her mom and fell into the hands of a cult leader, but sure, she's the one who's in control. And that's the problem with Sam Levinson. He doesn't know how to tell women's stories. I don't even think he knows women. I think he just writes whatever he imagines a woman to be, and it clearly shows. Also, why is he the only one in the writing room? At this point, after season 2, seeing the mess he wrote, he should have more writers involved in the script. Because this man just writes anything. And I don't know if it's just me, but the dialogue was also cringe as hell. At some point, I was like, wow, this is acting? Cause why is Cassie dressed like a dog? And then having a real dog lick poop on a girl's legs. Like, what the fuck? How is that even relevant to the story? Cause it's a I swear this whole Euphoria season was him letting us know his deepest, nasty and disgusting desires. And the problem is, the show never actually treats these women like full human beings navigating complex choices. It treats them like fantasies. There's a difference between telling a sex worker story and using sex work as a visual tool for shock value. Real conversations about the sex work industry involve power imbalances, financial pressure, emotional detachment, safety risks, and struggling to survive. But in these storylines, those realities are either glossed over or completely ignored. Instead, what we get are hypersexualized scenes for no reason. It's like, how do we make this look provocative? Starting off with Cassie, cause why is she dressed like a dog? I mean, make her into an OnlyFans girl, fine. But why a dog? I'm sure there are normal OnlyFans creators who don't use these gimmicks and still earn good money, right? Also, the explanation why she started doing OnlyFans is dumb as hell. Cause what do you mean you want $50,000 for flowers? $50,000 for a destination wedding perhaps. A customized wedding dress, sure. But flowers? Come on. You really couldn't think of anything clever. And that goes to my point. Sam Levinson doesn't know how to write about women. Which brings me to my next point. Did you know Euphoria is a copy of a show with the same name, which was originally in Israel? The Israeli Euphoria was unsuccessful because it was controversial with critics due to its depiction of teenagers abusing drugs and was cancelled after just one season. And HBO invited Sam Levinson to discuss adapting the show into an American version, something Levinson was interested in due to his own experiences with drugs as a youth. The original series is mostly about young men. There's a female character with some drug issues, but I took my experiences at that age and wrote myself as a young woman. And that's the problem. He writes about himself and not the actual women. We don't experience the world in the same way. If he wanted to make stories about women, he should have collected stories, done interviews with former addicts, and consulted with female writers to make an actual impactful story. But no, he doesn't do that. Quite the opposite, actually. Did you know that the visual style from Euphoria was from a woman? I swear this man has no original thoughts. A photographer by the name Petra Collins made the photos with this aesthetic that Sam Levinson stole from her. The reason I moved to Los Angeles was because of Sam Levinson, who directed the show. He reached out to my agency and told, I wrote a show based on your photos. Will you direct it? So I moved to LA and worked for HBO for about 5 months. I was like, I am directing the show. I created a whole world for it. I did the casting, whatever, and the last minute, HBO was like, we're not hiring you because you're too young. A year later, I walked out of my apartment and I see this billboard and it's exactly what I am, as a copy of my work. I mean, it happens to me so many times in my career, but not on a scale like that. It was so intense to me, because this is the aesthetic that I built all my life. And now I have to change it, because it enters the mainstream and it's been taken away from me. This man literally stole her idea and ran with it. And let's not even talk about the drug balls. I thought he was showing how dangerous the drug world is with the swallowing of the balls, but I saw people saying that it was also a thing, which I would not be surprised if he did. In conclusion, this man is disgusting, a thief, and a terrible writer. But if he was really serious about this, he would have made more of the main characters struggle with drugs and tell their stories, since that's what he's actually experienced it. but he just turns Euphoria into a playground of his fantasies. Thank you for watching this video. Tell me your thoughts down below. Like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!